Hello, folks, and welcome to this very special supplemental bonus episode, whatever you want to call it, with just me, Pab. Everybody else is on holiday, and Kevin Sheepdog insists on me doing a solo episode to fill the gap. So here we are with just a little mini episode, as it were. Not an official episode. It will not be numbered. It'll be down as something like a supplemental or a bonus, whatever it is. Yeah, just me. And what I thought I'd do this week, this episode, is kind of go through what I'm thinking now for Game of the Year. This is where my head is at. I was asked the other day on my Discord where I stand with where I stand with Game of the Year, basically. And I have a list. I've been making a list on my phone. I might have mentioned this a few weeks ago on the show. I got a list, so I'm going to go through it now with you. Game of the Year 2025 list. There it is on my phone. I have some honorable mentions, which are pretty much going to be, as it stands, they're ineligible, which is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and Stellar Blade, which I'm playing again at the minute. Yeah, so they're honorable mentions right now. There'll be a few more in that list at the minute. But up there right now. So we normally, how the Game of the Year works is we bring 5 to the table. I think it is. It is 5, isn't it? 5 to the table, and we then kind of like whittle it down to like a final 4 or 5 between like the 4 of us. We kind of like get a consensus and see what should be in that, like in like the MGP top 5, 4 or 5. It's normally 4, I think. I think we snuck it in, changed it to 5 last year because we had like a tie or something, whatever it was. So anyway, currently top of the list. Well, it's Claire Obscure. Claire Obscure Expedition 33 is number 1 right now. These aren't listed in any particular order, other than that one right now. I think that I don't see much beating that right now as we speak. If Final Fantasy VII Rebirth was eligible, which it isn't, it just came out on PC this year. It might contend for it, but which is probably annoying, Sheepdog, considering last year he fought for it to be. I think it might have won last year, maybe. If I'd have played it on PlayStation, but I didn't, so here we are. So yes, Claire Obscure Expedition 33 is currently probably front runner right now. I also have Elden Ring Night Rain on here. I didn't anticipate Elden Ring Night Rain being on this list, but I'm now at 50 hours in this game, and you've heard me waffle on about this game for weeks on end because I can't stop playing it. Even when I've, like, so to speak, finished the game, I'm still like playing it with friends and just keep going back to it, and it's just a fun. It's like the difficulty and the skill-based game of like a FromSoft game, but with like the multiplayer battle royale, sort of like battle royale, kind of like roguelike. It's all them little things that kind of like are all my kind of like keywords sort of thing. And yeah, I just got into it pretty well. And like I say, it's not something I'm playing particularly on my own anymore. But if I see my friends like booted up, and I'm gonna go, right, okay, here we go. The bat signal has been sent out, and we go. What else have I got on the list? Donkey Kong Bonanza is on the list, and I think it will be on the list. I've not mentioned tons of it. We have talked about it in bits and pieces on the show. It's never something I'm dying to play, but when I'm playing it, I'm having fun, and I can easily sink an hour or 2 into it before I get kind of like so-called tired. I don't get tired of it. It's just like the things I find with this game is that I can't help myself but do every little thing in each world to want to get every single banana and destroy every bit of the world and do every single bit of the little side dungeons, as it were, and challenges. And I can't finish a challenge. I can't just walk away from a challenge. If there's 3 bananas in a challenge, I have to walk away with those 3 bananas. Otherwise, I'm not playing anything else until that's done. I don't think I've walked away from a challenge or anything yet without all 3 of the bananas in the challenge or whatever it is. I think that is the only downside to the game that is like, it's just like kind of like the OCD in me is like making me like want to do every little thing in the world, and I've got to kind of force myself to kind of switch it off and just mainline it, because I hear it gets better and better, and the more people that finish the game and speak about it makes me want to actually get to the end of this game. So I will try. No guarantees, but as it stands, it's probably up there in my game of the year list. That's number 3. There's 3. That is 3. Yeah, it is. Next on their list is Avowed. Surprisingly, I haven't played tons of Avowed. I've probably played maybe 15 hours of Avowed, maybe something like that. But I've played it on like when it first came out at the start of the year. It just fell straight into the world and fell in love with the actual world and stuff like that, and exploring it and doing the bits and pieces. It's not a massive world, which I like. It's kind of like a zoned world as well, so there's like kind of separate zones. But there's still sizable chunks, like so big chunky worlds so you can wander about in and find all sorts of different things. And I like the fact that I kind of like fell off it a little bit to go and play other things, and then came back in and just fell straight back into it, and just kept going. It's like I didn't like have to like rejig my memory and figure out what was going on. I just went straight into it, and we carried on. So yeah, I just find I really like that game. I think the writing's very cool. I think the writing is very good. I think the world is very interesting. You find all sorts everywhere, which just impressed me. Just impressed me, that game. Whether it'll make the top 5, I feel like that's going to be on the top end, like the 4 or 5 mark. I think just simply because I don't know how much more I'm going to play. It feels like the sort of game that if I'm in a lull, I could quite easily just pick this up and just pump another 5 to 10 hours in easily, without it's the comfy pair of slippers game where it's just like it's there for you, and if you just need to play something, and it's just really good. So yeah, next on the list is Sword of the Sea. Sword of the Sea is right now one of those games that I enjoyed thoroughly when I played it. I played it all in one sitting, 3.5 hours to 4 hours, I think it was. I just enjoyed the spectacle of it. It's just a spectacle to experience. It's really cool gameplay, really nice to look at, and like I say, it doesn't outstay its welcome. That's what I like about a game. A nice, relatively short game that's just really cool to look at and fun to play. And yeah, I enjoyed that one a lot. It's at the time of recording, it's only a few weeks ago since I actually talked about it on the podcast and played it. I just really liked. It's very journey-esque, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. What else on here? The other ones on the list now are now the ones on the bubble now, which are Assassin's Creed Shadows, which I have enjoyed my time thoroughly. I've probably closing in on probably at least, I want to say, between 40 and 50 hours in Assassin's Creed Shadows. Easy. And yet I'm nowhere near finishing it. And I I enjoyed my time with it, but it's so easy to fall off, and I don't feel like I have any massive desire to go back to it. I feel like I'd rather go back to Avowed at this point rather than Assassin's Creed. Even though I really enjoyed what I played. I don't know what that is. I think there's just the sheer amount of stuff in this game. It's just a bit overwhelming. Even though, like I say, I could go into it right now to Assassin's Creed Shadows, and I could quite easily just go, right, okay, I'm gonna do one particular thing, and then find about 10 different things on the way to doing whatever I was wanting to do. End up not doing the thing I was intending to go into the game and do. And then 2 hours have passed, and I've made very little progress as to what I was intending to do, but I've done 10 other little side quests or mini different things in the game, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. If you bought like 3 games a year, this would absolutely do you for probably half a year the amount of stuff you could do in this game. So just the fact that I play a lot of games and I go through a lot of games, and if you make it easy for me to fall off a game, then it makes it even it's like just as hard for me to get back into one of those games, because by the end of me finishing this, what I was playing through, I was just looking for an excuse to find, it's just like I just needed something else, something a bit more meaty to play, and I fell off it eventually. So yeah, that one's very much like the if I'm struggling, something's gone wrong. If I'm struggling, and Assassin's Creed sneaks into fifth place. Similarly, the last one on the list for me here right now is Mafia: The Old Country, which is again, if it's something like if there's nothing else between now and the end of the year, there's a good chance it might make it on the list. It's a short game, 12 hours. It's not a long time realistically, and I'm probably about halfway through it. And I enjoy the world is incredibly good to look at. The acting, the voice acting, everything in it is a very competent game. Just the gameplay is a bit samey and a bit. It's not mediocre. It's just a bit. It's nothing exciting, should we say? But I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. The story and stuff is what's carrying me through the game. I'm enjoying the story, and the gameplay is straightforward enough to be the point where it's like it's not tedious, it's not monotonous per se. It's just simple and straightforward, which is fine by me if I'm there for the story. So yeah, I want to finish that, and I might finish that. You might hear that in a future podcast in the coming weeks, back on the main show, where I might end up finishing this game because I'm halfway through. I've done it without. I've got to what I'm 6 hours in, and I'm halfway through it realistically, which is crazy. So yeah, so I want to go back to that and finish that at some point. So yeah, there's my list. There's my list as it stands, so to speak. That is what I've got right now. Um, what do we think about it? Like I say, based on that list, I don't see anything beating Expedition 33. I can't think of anything else coming up now. My mind is drawing a blank now for the rest of this year. I know Borderlands 4's coming up, and I'll probably end up with that. I don't know if that'll make it into. It might do. It might surprise everybody. But based on like my knowledge of it right now, I don't think Borderlands 4 will make it onto the list. I don't think I'll be getting Call of Duty this year. I don't know whether I'll be getting Battlefield this year, based on it not the whole faff of trying to get getting it to run on the PC. I'm trying to think of any other big games. Let us know. Let us know out there if there's any games out there that you think should be on this list, or I mean, you send them all to Sheepdog on the whatever it is, Blue Sky. Just send him a load of random games that you've that have that you think should be on this. Don't without any reference. Just send him game names, and then he'll come back next week to me with a bunch of game names, which is great. And I'll definitely have a look at them. I'll definitely look into them, and if they seem my thing, like it's my sort of thing, I might give them a go. And see where we're at with it. They might sneak into my list if they are good. So yeah, let us know. Let us know. I was going to end this by also, because if by any strange miracle that any of the others, Kev or Sheepdog or Anna, will listen to this, which I doubt it at this point, they definitely won't listen to 15 minutes in, which is where we're at now. I'm going to give you. I'm going to tell you some things that are on my other notes in my on my phone, which is Zeitgeist 2025. I keep a notes list of all the things that like major news events which might come up in the 2025 Google Zeitgeist at the end of the year. So I'm just going to give you a little, just a sneak peek of some of the things that I've got on here. Let's have a look. Switch 2 is on here. Tariffs are on here. I think tariffs will come up almost certainly. Oasis is on here. I think that might come up. Women's Euros almost certainly will come up. Let's have a look. The only other thing on here is a song, because there's a song category every year, and I don't know songs. So I've got the one song I've got written down on here is "Messy" by Lola Young. So there you go. That is what is on. That is what's currently on my. There's other things on there, but we're not gonna spoil them all, just in case Sheepdog is listening and he is writing them all down furiously, trying to take my crown, as it were. But anyway, that is your lot. That is a little supplemental bonus episode, just to go in the feed where it would normally be an episode. Let us know how you thought, what you think, whether we do something like this in the future. I feel like I've set a precedent now, which I didn't want to do, where I have to do this every time that everybody else goes on holiday. But if you guys like it enough, then, like I say, put it into the, what is it, Spotify messages. You can message on Spotify now, or ping it to Sheepdog at whatever he is, Sheepdog 6K on Blue Sky. And yeah, we should be back next week. I don't foresee any reasons why not, unless something comes up. But for whatever reason, I think we should be fine next week. Yeah, thanks for listening, folks, and we'll see you next week. Bye bye.